Top of the chop, man. Your host Silky P, man, of the chopping block. You know how it go. You know, just a message to the young homies today, man. That's just what we here for today, man. Just to give you some news you can use. You know what I mean? Some knowledge you can acquire in college, something that you can apply to your life. And first things first, man. To some of the young homies is stop listening to these OGs and OGs. You know what I mean? Individuals that don't give two fucks and one half about you and that just want to see you crash out, want to see you fucked off in a situation that you can't jump back from. You know what I'm saying? If he's not trying to show you how to better yourself, how to elevate, how to take yourself to the next plateau, then stop dealing with individuals like that. You know what I mean? These so-called big homies. You know what I mean? Cause every one of them ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? Every one of them don't want to see you thrive. That's not their purpose is to see you thrive. Nah, their purpose is to uh, keep you under their wing, keep you stagnant, and keep you in the fold to whereas they can put their foot on your neck. You know what I mean? And turn you into what we used to call or torpedo. You know what I'm saying? Or a crash dummy and get you to do what they want you to do. You know what I mean? You got to start taking heed and watching for those folks that are for you to the point where if they show you how to get into something, make sure they're giving you the information on how to get out of it as well. You know what I mean? Don't let them tell you, do all this gang banging or go put in this work and not give you a road to some type of out, some type of success. Don't let them tell you, oh, go pimp and be the coldest pimp and woo woo. But they don't tell you where to place your money at. They don't tell you what to do for the long haul, the longevity of your life, not just the longevity of the game. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they're giving you some ways to take your game to the next level and not just keeping you in one dimension. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it's three dimensional or four dimensional when they telling you to do certain things or when they trying to give you some game to pick up on. Understand who's really trying to give you some game or who's just trying to keep you in their realm under their rule of thumb. You know what I mean? And me, I would tell y'all not to fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many things and so many situations that's gonna work against you in that factor. You know what I mean? And so many people don't take it serious enough to understand that if you get a hold of some information, some game, it's utilized as a survival tactic. You know what I'm saying? It's to get you and catapult you to the next level. Not for you to stay in and be rummaging around to whereas you keep on having to start over. You keep getting yourself locked up or you keep losing money. You keep finding yourself in situations where you up against it. Nah, that's not why you learn a new skill. That's for you to understand, apply, get it to the best of your ability so you can professionalize it and then transfer that skill over to the next level so it can really be useful for you for the long run. You know what I'm saying? So um, you won't be just at stage one. You know what I mean? You can move around in life and be able to understand that so many levels to this game, so many levels to this life that you don't get to because you get blindsided by all the other things that's going on in life. You got to understand how to utilize that information, take it, and what the older homie used to tell me is chew the meat and spit out the bones. Utilize what applies to you and what you could take to the next level. That's like having a entry level job. Utilizing the skills that they give you and that you learn at this entry level, not just looking at it as, oh, this is just an entry level job or this is something, oh, I'm gonna be at this level forever. No, you utilize that so you can cultivate that information. You can cultivate those skills where it seemed like a minimal level of skill to maximize it and capitalize off of that, take it to the next. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of the old school. If y'all remember the old karate, the first original Karate Kid, you know what I'm saying? Where he was trying to have Mr. Miyagi uh, teach him karate, teach him how to fight and defend himself, right? And he came in And Mr. Miyagi had him at such an entry level that he was like, man, I asked you to teach me how to get in. Teach me how to fight. I'm getting bullied. I'm getting socked up, beat up, kicked in my ass, all this shit. And I'm asking you to teach me how to fend that off, how to combat that. And you got me over here washing your cars. You got me over here washing your windows. You know what I'm saying? What kind of skill are you teaching me? However, that was the entry level to the game. That was the entry level, which he didn't understand because he had no knowledge of what was going on. However, he was told to do something and to do it this way so he could apply it because Mr. Miyagi knew what he was teaching him the game for. You know what I'm saying? Which he was not ready for the next stage, the next level, because you didn't know how to defend yourself. You didn't know the first entry level skill. So you have to have the first entry level skill, and that's wax on, wax off. He was waxing on, waxing off, washing shit, and not understanding why the hell you got me doing this, man. But that's the first level of the game. That's somebody teaching you that if somebody teaches you this, you know what I'm saying? You have to pay attention to the people that are teaching you, trying to give you this game for you so you can learn, giving you the basics so you can understand when it comes to the masters and mastering the game. You know what I'm saying? Mastering, having mastery skills for life. So the wax on and wax off, he showed him after he got so upset and was ready to quit, saying that, oh man, you ain't teaching me nothing. This is nothing. I don't even know why I'm here. So he said, okay, do your wax on, do your wax off. So he started punching at the Karate Kid. He started punching at Daniel-san. And as he was saying, as I'm punching at you, do the wax on, wax off. So he was able to block these blows as Mr. Miyagi was punching at him. Then he started to understand, oh, he's teaching me. I just learned a skill and I was oblivious to the skill that I was learning because I was here not paying attention to what was really going on. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to cost you or it's going to help you in life. It's going to be real detrimental or it's going to be real an official catapult to where you go. So pay attention to those around you, what you have going on. Pay attention to the skills that somebody's teaching you and giving you, although they may not give you the deep definition or the deep detail on why they're telling you this skill. You know what I'm saying? Because most individuals that give you information to help you, they already know this information. So take heed to those individuals that go out of their way to give you information and watch those that go out of their way to make sure you stay into some shit. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you stay into that low level thinking, that low level of a stage where you beneath them because a lot of people um, don't want to see the next individual surpass them. So watch for those type of individuals because that's going to be very detrimental to your life. That's going to be very detrimental to the stages in which you plateau to. You know what I'm saying? That's the levels in which you reach, depending on who you have around you and who you um, are intrigued by enough or respect enough to acquire the information that they're giving you. You know what I'm saying? Some of these OGs, some of these OGs or no Gs, what I call some of them, because the OG is really gonna give you some understanding about some things. You know what I'm saying? He not gonna want to see you make the same mistakes and failures and attempts at certain things and have these certain experiences that he already knows is bad for you. So he gonna try to give you the game early. He gonna make it. He gonna make you um, think about some things and really situate certain things that you in. Really contemplate on should I be in this situation or not because he already has those experiences. He already has that understanding. So he gonna try to give you that game so you can maneuver around that area or that certain situation or those certain problems. So you won't have to face that. The other individual gonna try to throw you in the furnace of the fire head on and see if you can stand up in it. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's how it's gonna go to test who you are and the character of you. However, every time if an individual wants you to crash and burn and You know, it's not to improve your skills, and it's just on some selfish, just so he can get a laugh, or just so he can have something to talk about, or just so he can see if you willing to do exactly what he say or not. You know what I'm saying? That's not how you go about certain things, you know, as a man, especially not as no OG, or supposed to be overseer or something. You know what I'm saying? So y'all pay attention to these certain things, you know what I mean? Because once you sign up, the signups are done, man. Everybody gets the same gear. You know what I'm saying? The same pads, the same logo, same jersey, same helmet. So you get the same plays on the field that everybody else gets, as far as having action and getting play time on the field. You know what I'm saying? So you can't expect to reap the rewards, get all the touchdowns, make all the proper plays, and be looking like a superstar out there, and never expect to get hit. You know what I'm saying? The hits come with the touchdowns as well. You know what I'm saying? Some of the broken bones, some of the hurt, the bumps and bruises, they come along with the game. So understand, you don't sign up for just the superstarship, the celebrity. You sign up for the downfalls, the drama that comes along with this. So I'm not gonna tell you um, that everything is glitz and glamour, and you don't have none of them pitfalls, none of them downfalls, none of those detrimental accidents on that field. You know what I'm saying? If you can make a touchdown, you can most certainly get hit. So you have to be willing to accept the hit along with the touchdowns, accept the failure along with the triumphs. You know what I'm saying? If you're not willing to do that, don't sign up, and don't let an individual talk you into signing up. There's a lot that comes along with that. You know what I'm saying? Is there other older homies, other individuals that's your peers, that's gonna try to talk you into a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? There are gonna be some that's looking out for you, and there's gonna be some that really ain't looking out for you. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody from your section, or just because somebody close to you, don't mean they actually for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't mean they rooting for you. So know what you're getting into, and watch these individuals that just want to see how you perform, or to get you to perform. You know what I'm saying? Watch that shit, because that shit is serious, and it can be detrimentally serious to your life. You know what I'm saying? So watch out for that, man. It's just a message to my young homies, man, to stay observant, you know, pay attention, know what you're signing up for, and have some real intent on what you signing up for. You know what I'm saying? Have some real purpose and intent, because it's all about purpose and intent. If you got ill intent, then ill gonna come your way. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna see how you gonna deal with it. You know, uh, if you are um, in these situations for the glitz and the glam, oh man, you're gonna have your number, your number gonna be in lights. You know what I'm saying? Your number definitely gonna be in lights, man. It might not be in the right position that you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? It might not be in that stardom formation. You know what I'm saying? So know what you're doing it for. Know what you signing up for, and pay attention to what's going on around you, man. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? And have your shit together. Have your shit right. If you're gonna sign up for something, make sure you have your shit right, because you ain't gonna be able to count on nobody but yourself at the end of the day a lot of times. You know what I mean? You might have homies and some family that got your backing. However, when you go into something like this, something like the game, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, should I say? You get into something like that, then you gotta, it comes with a lot of bankroll. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to have your money right, because you're gonna have to have attorneys on the side, you're gonna have to have bail money, you're gonna have to have all these different things that you didn't equate into situations that you're gonna end up getting yourself in by signing up for things like that. You know what I'm saying? So just watch what you're doing, man, and watch the individuals that's telling you to do some things, but they don't have no outlet for you. You know what I'm saying? They're not telling you to put your money here so you can save your money for yourself. They just looking at you, oh man, that's nice. You didn't bought the car, you didn't bought the fit, you got the shoes, you got the jewels, you got everything that looks good. At the end of the day, all those assets are depreciating. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they letting you know if they telling you to get into something and they're leading you on what to get into. Make sure they telling you on how to get yourself out of things too. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you ask some questions about certain things so you can understand how things gonna go. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people tell you about the good part and the great part, the praise part, but they don't tell you about the downfalls. They don't tell you about the time when it's gonna be you by yourself. So you got to understand who you are as a man and understand how to approach situations. You know what I'm saying? You got to prepare. Like they used to say, 5 P's, proper preparation prevents poor performance. Make sure you're prepared for whatever you're going into, whatever you're getting yourself into. You know what I'm saying? So, um, attorneys putting money away for a rainy day, having life insurance, uh, certain things like that. You know what I mean? Because your mama, your grandma, your family gonna be worried about you, and they gonna have to throw fish fries, and they gonna have to do cookouts. They gonna have to do fundraisers to raise money for you, because that's how a lot of that situation ends. Whether it be from you going to jail or you ended up in a pine box. You know what I'm saying? It's trials and tribulations that come from that, come with that, should I say, and also come from that. Uh, Yet that downfall is going to be on your fam. You know what I mean? So understand when you go into certain things and signing up, it's not just you. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be the game of peeing, pivoting, hoeing, or whether it be the gang. You know what I'm saying? Your family signing up with you too, no matter whether you want to know it, whether you know it or not. You know what I'm saying? Or you want to realize it. You know, your family signing up, you signing them up too, because they're gonna end up going on that journey ride with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna end up calling, wanting some money. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna end up calling, trying to see who has the plugs on the attorneys or whatnot. You know what I mean? You're gonna want some packages, you're gonna want some phone calls, you're gonna want to even see just as small as somebody giving you a three-way call to talk to the little busy that you need to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Or get you in touch with some of your folks so you can get your shit right or keep your shit right. You know what I mean? Your car's out here, whatever. You can't make these moves, so you're gonna be reaching out to your folks, your fam. When the female ain't doing right that you could reach out to her, when she's lost in the wind, you're gonna be trying to reach out to them, and now they're involved in whatever you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Whether they want to be or not. Not saying as far as in legal or illegal terms. What I'm saying is time invested, them reaching out and helping you. You know what I'm saying? One time, two times, or 1,000 times. You know what I mean? That's something to keep in mind, because every action you make calls for a reaction. You know what I'm saying? In someone else's life. You know, so pay attention to what you got going on. Pay attention to those that you keep your ear to. Pay attention to those that you think, that you respect and you look up to. Although it might be fascination, it might be something else, because that's what you think is the cool shit. That's what you think is the proper way that an OG should go about handling or doing things. You know what I'm saying? This is the way you think you should be following suit. You know what I mean? Um, if an individual has succumbed to a whole lot of time and they see the route you going, and it's gonna get you the same time or more time or somewhere near, it's gonna get you in the same place they came from, and they not telling you to watch out for that, that's not the individuals you need to be around. You get what I'm saying? A lot of us can't keep you or stop y'all from doing things. However, that word, we can give you that good word and hopefully it'll seep in. You know what I'm saying? Because certain things we can't press. You know what I mean? We can't force another grown man to do something. We can't even force none of these young niggas to do things these days, because a lot of people don't listen. A lot of individuals don't listen. They don't pay attention. So it's somewhat of a waste of time in certain people's eyes. You know what I mean? Because we can only tell you so many times before you got to find out on your own. However, if we can do anything that we can to prevent you from finding out, that's what you want to pay attention to. That's the people that got the real love for you. That's the people that really, care about your well-being. And you got to take that into consideration when you're making your moves. You know what I'm saying? Because the other people that's just going to push you to do the dumb shit that you want to do, and push you to slide yourself in a cell for the next 20, 25 years of life. You know what I'm saying? That's the individuals that's like, man, you shouldn't have been fucking with them in the first place. But you're gonna wake up to that later on in your journey. If you don't wake up at the beginning, you're gonna wake up somewhere where you don't want to be woken up at. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention to it now. Some of y'all may not wake up at all, but this is just my quick message to y'all, man, that don't be listening to these Andy Kabubertons tell you the dumb shit and getting you into a whole bunch of bullshit and not giving you that understanding on how to get yourself out of it. You know what I'm saying? Not giving you that information and that news you can use to maneuver around these type of things. You know what I'm saying? So, um, some of y'all gonna shoot for the stars, and y'all gonna find yourself bright, and other motherfuckers is gonna find yourself in lights, the ones you don't want to be in. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, just watch out for that, man. It's a session, one of them silky sessions from the chopping block. And man, we gonna be at you, man. Top of the chop. And y'all be smooth with it. All right now.